This video, we're launching a new character spotlight series where we walk through the first 5 appearances of our featured character. I think you'll be surprised where some of these characters popped up early on. We're kicking it off with the first supervillain Spider-Man ever squared off against, the Chameleon. Let's go. This video is sponsored by MySlabs.com. We'll have more on them later. Okay, so you've had 5 seconds to contemplate why you might care about this series. Let me break it down for you if you're not sold just yet. Let's start at the beginning. First appearances are freaking expensive. I mean, yeah, they're cool and they'll always be the true grail book for a character, but in a market where second appearances can even break the bank too, I mean, just look at Hulk 181. Third and later appearances may become more desirable in the market and will for sure save you some dollars compared to the earlier appearances, but it's not always clear where those appearances take place. And that's the problem we're going to solve. So let's get to it. The Chameleon first appeared in the second story of Amazing Spider-Man #1. Published in March 1963, the Stan Lee and Steve Ditko book is anything but affordable. GPA figures for a CGC 2.0 ASM1 look like this. The 12-month average sales price across 7 sales is $9,604, with the only sale in the last 90 days coming in at $9,709. And that was back in December of 2021. Looking at raw books, you're still likely going to have to drop $5,000 to get into a copy of ASM1. The cover charge is pretty steep with this one, but there's a great Silver Age alternative out there, the 1966 Golden Record reprint. This one can still get a little pricey and high grade, but low 4 figures for a really great looking copy is a lot better than mid 4 figures for a roached out first print. If you were hoping for a more affordable second appearance, you're in luck. Unfortunately, more affordable than that ASM1 doesn't mean cheap. Making a second appearance in The Amazing Spider-Man #15, this issue has been heating up ever since word got out that Sony is developing a Kraven the Hunter spin-off movie. Published in August of 1964, we meet Kraven for the first time here, and we see the Chameleon make his second appearance alongside his half-brother's debut. Looking at CGC 2.5s, there have been 11 sales in the previous 12 months, which average out to $931, with 8 sales recorded in the last 90 days for an average sales price of $953. The most recent sale was earlier this month, which is February of 2022, for $1,050. If slabs aren't your thing, expect to spend around $500 to get a copy of this book that's still mostly in one piece. Some very low-grade sales have happened between the $300 and $500 mark lately, but they've primarily been for books that may or may not fall apart in your hands. But, as I always say, low grade is better than no grade, so I'm not going to knock anybody who wants to check that box for their ASM run, regardless of the grade. The family affair continues over in Tales of Suspense 58. Published in October 1962, the Chameleon hatches a plot to get Iron Man to attack Captain America in this Stan Lee, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby tale. Kraven makes just his second appearance in this issue as well, which is a fact that seems to kind of be flying under the radar for a lot of collectors. Looking to recent slab sales, CGC 6.0s have seen 12 sales in the last 12 months, with an average sales price of $362, while the 90-day average sales price across 2 sales is $351. Switching gears to raw copies, this book is selling routinely between $100 and $150 on eBay in recent months. This classic Captain America vs. Iron Man story is simply great Silver Age Marvel material, and it paves the way for the duo to share the title starting with issue 59 through the series conclusion in issue 99. This video is brought to you by MySlabs.com, a great online option for buying and selling comics, cards, and more.
Tired of paying 10%, 15%, or more to sell your cards, comics, and digital collectibles? How does 1% sound? Too good to be true? Well, not anymore. MySlabs.com is the web's premier user-driven marketplace for buying and selling slabbed cards, sealed wax, and now slabbed comics and digital collectibles. So the next time you're forced to pay 10% or more to sell something from your collection, Head over to myslabs.com and join the 1% revolution.
MySlabs has just launched a brand new category, Raw Comics. So if slabs aren't your thing, it's not a problem. If you want to sell your raw books on the platform, it's only going to cost you 3%, which is a great value compared to other marketplaces. Head over to myslabs.com today and search through all the great items that are currently available. With 3 previous appearances under his belt, Marvel finally decided to give the Chameleon his big break when he landed the cover to Tales to Astonish number 62. Kinda. Starring as the guy facing away from you in the bottom left-hand corner of the Hulk's half of the cover, this cover appearance absolutely sucks. Seriously. Paste Pot Pete got more respect than the Chameleon. As far as the Chameleon story goes, the Chameleon really just makes a cameo in this Stan Lee and Steve Ditko tale. Published in February of 1965, the cover for this one comes from the king himself, Jack Kirby. Graded sales indicate that nobody really cares about this book. The grade with the highest number of sales in the last 12 months is good old 4.5. I mean, who doesn't love a very good plus book, right? With 5 sales in the last 12 months, the average sales price has been just $219. Only one of those sales has come in the last 90 days, making the most recent sale and the 90-day average price a slightly stronger $288. Interestingly enough, for the same money as the most recent 4.5 graded sale, you can pick up a fine to fine, very fine copy on eBay. There have been multiple sales between $200 and $250 in recent weeks. Rounding out the Chameleon's first 5 is Tales to Astonish number 63. The continuation of the previous issue's story, the main attraction for this issue is the first full appearance of the leader. With speculation that he might pop up in the upcoming She-Hulk Disney Plus series, this book has started to get some attention lately, but we're not here to talk about that. Despite the uptick in interest for this issue, you can still find nice copies for reasonable prices. Multiple mid-grade and some even nicer copies have sold in recent days and weeks in that same $200 to $250 range. CGC 8.0 copies have averaged sales prices of $746 over the last 12 months, with 2 of those sales coming in the last 90 days, where sales have only averaged $520. The 90-day value is skewed by someone buying the dip back in November 2021 when they snagged a copy for just $264. Way to go, dude. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of the video. As a reward, I'm throwing in a bonus book on this list just for you. You remember back a few books ago when I talked about how really crappy the first cover appearance of the Chameleon was? Great. Now let's talk about his first proper cover appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 80. All the way down the list to the Chameleon's 8th appearance, he finally gets a decent cover thanks to legendary Spider-Man artist John Romita Sr. A 15-cent classic that kicked off the 1970s for Spidey with its January 1970 publication date, Stan Lee, John Buscema, and Jim Mooney bring the goods under the cover. This story has it all. A couple of dudes fighting over a girl, art theft, even a little bit of superhero stuff. Value-wise, this book is still fairly affordable. CGC 8.0 copies has seen 6 sales in the last 12 months with an average price of $121 and a 90-day average sales price of $128 across 2 sales. That's not bad for a slabbed 8.0 copy of an ASM issue under $100. This book is readily available for well under $100 if you're looking for a raw copy, which makes it a very affordable option for collectors. Let me know what your thoughts are on this new series. What do you like? What would you like to see? What characters should I put on the short list for future installments? Drop me a comment below. Be sure to check out myslabs.com and tell them Como sent you. Happy hunting out there, and don't forget to collect responsibly. I'll see you in the next video.